How can the therapist help the patient become free of negative emotions? The emotions that come from trauma, sadness, apathy, despair, the feeling of loneliness, abandonment, in a word, pain, are hard to bear. That is why often people with trauma shut, withdraw, and isolate themselves in their inner world, or run away from this pain in addictions and behavior patterns that are not beneficial. In order to support the patient in letting go of difficult emotions, the therapist first needs to create a safe, peaceful space arranged with care and love in which any person in the situation can feel at home. Beyond the external appearance of the space that the therapist creates, even more important is the inner space, the spirit in which he works. First of all, listening with empathy without any kind of judgment, evaluation, or projections. This working method, called sacred witness, only requires the therapist to listen, mirroring from time to time the words, gestures, and posture of the patient, entering the places where the patient needs to reach, no matter how difficult they are. As a working method, it is highly recommended to create groups in which people with a trauma background can help each other in releasing negative emotions and healing. Here, it is extremely beneficial to stand or sit in a circle, practicing the inner attitude of the sacred witness. For everyone to be able to share freely, unhindered, and in their time what they have to say, a talking stick can be used so that everyone is left to speak until the end, and people learn to listen to each other, giving each other respect and empathy. In the group, everyone can benefit from the experience and wisdom of each individual and that of the whole group. But what is even more relevant is the ability of human beings to connect at the level of the heart having an electromagnetic field 5,000 times stronger than the brain, so that in such a space each individual can feel heard, understood, supported, held, and healing can occur. The therapist's role at this stage is to encourage the patient to express himself freely and, if he feels like it, to let his tears flow. Also, the therapist will guide him to express his emotions through words, sounds, sighing, singing, gestures, movement, rhythmic noises, and here the therapist can become creative, creating a sound base, a carpet of low sounds, like with a tambura, an instrument from the Indian tradition, or it can be accompanied by piano and guitar, singing a simple melody that will convey to the patient the feeling of being held, such as a folk song or a lullaby. It is highly recommended that this song be addressed to the heart center which, in the archetypal system of sound therapy, corresponds to the note C. This is a positive musical note which affirms life, but at the same time connects with the inner world. It is also extremely beneficial to work with the patient in nature, in the forest, in the park, at a river, where the sounds of nature, the many voices, lead the patient to a state of peace, settlement, and harmony. From this state of coherence, the person can express much more easily and naturally, feeling home in nature. In conclusion, the therapist can find a way to inspire them to become aware and honor the insights they have and the progress made in the healing process.